I'm Johan Durant, and this is the APTA Tour.
See you in Boston.
Hello and welcome to the APTA Tour. We are live from the Weston Golf Club in Weston, Massachusetts, bringing you the Boston Open Grand Prix 2022-23 APTA Tour event, which is the 8th stop on the APTA Tour, presented by Remedy Plus and sponsored by the APTA membership, the APTA national sponsors Paddle Pro Infusion, and local sponsors including the title sponsor Discipline Alpha LLC, platinum sponsors Labor LLC, Worcester Air, and Weston Golf Club, gold sponsors Xenon, Owl's Nest Resorts, and Bully Boy Distillers, and silver sponsor Narragansett Beer. I'm Lauren Mandel, along with Mark Fischel, bringing you the women's final between our top seeds, Florentina Hanisch and Anna Maria Zabori, and their opponents, Allison Morgan and Charlotte Sikora.
Okay, so what do we introduce the players, Lauren? In the black pants, black vest, and pink shirt are both Flor Hanisch and Anna Maria Zabori. Zabori is now coming back to hit the overhead. At the net, the backcourt, the other side, on the ad side is Allison Morgan, and her partner in the black hat is Charlotte Sikora. So I guess Lauren, let's talk a little bit about the match. Why don't we take a look at the road to the finals?
Tie breaks to my right.
So Hanisch Zabori, relatively easy path through with all the scores there, but Cruiser Desno match, they were forced to a second set tie break. And then Sikora Morgan.
Anything but an easy road to the finals. They have been road warriors in this tournament, right?
Yes.
3 sets everywhere. Third set, lost the first set 6-0 twice. 2 third set tiebreakers, 7-5 in the third set. I mean, they have really been magicians.
The story of the tournament,
yeah.
Because Charlotte Sikora walked in the hut yesterday. I was talking to her and said the same thing to you. She hurt her back. So you're wondering, are they going to be able to finish their quarterfinal match with Shea and Sutter? Somehow they pull it out. Then they get Kiro and Macy Elliott, and lose the first set 6-love, and it's like, okay, they had a great run, and next thing you know, they're pulling out the third set.
And in their round of 16 match, they lost the first round 6-0, at the first set 6-0. So they've gotten their miles in this tournament, and it'll be interesting to see what they have left for this final.
And now these teams have played a number of times. None of the matches have been close. Charlotte Sikora has been known to curse at Anna Maria Zabori in French. both holders of French passports. But four wonderful women, great sportsmen. Hopefully they can put up a fight. Now, we talked earlier in the last match about margins, and Morgan Sikora just don't have a lot of margin here. It's got to be really, really good, and it's got to be really, really slow. Now, I'm interested to see Charlotte Sikora on the deuce court. Her best shot is her backhand, and maybe that's opening up some angles for her to hit that shot a little bit more.
I mean, look, they're gonna make them play, Morgan and Sikora. It's just a matter of how well they can build points for themselves. They're going to be able to stay in the points, but let's see if they can, they can take the initiative here and make something happen, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for them.
It's interesting with Allison Morgan playing the ad court, because the way a lot of the top players play Morgan is they dump the ball to her, because she does not generate her own pace. And you can't do that against Sikora, but you can against Morgan. So they're going to be playing some more balls in there. She likes the ball off the wires. She'll drive the ball off the wires a lot more effectively than off the deck. But she's a smart player. She moves really well, and she lobs very well.
Yeah, she moves great, and she volleys well. She does everything well. She's a complete paddle player, Allison Morgan. But like you said, she feeds off people's pace.
Now, how many times are we going to see Zabori go between the legs or behind the back today? What's your over-under?
3 is my over-under.
Okay, we'll have to consult with Michael Montalbano, who's been wrong about everything else.
He's got no credibility anymore.
Yeah. But maybe he'll give us a line on it. Good chair umpire Rick Eddy. 4 women taking their last warm-up serves.
You see a bit of the crowd here at the Weston Club. I mean, there have been tons of people watching since 8 o'clock in the morning.
And they're all getting ready to watch Johan Durant, former director here, local hero. Actually, more than local hero, he's national hero. I know he's my hero. I love watching him play.
I mean, we had fun watching him play yesterday. I mean, he put on quite a show.
And he had fun playing. I know there were only 2 people who didn't enjoy the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. I felt for Tyler Morgan and Adam Frazier. It was
Yeah.
like, vice versa.
Yeah.
Tyler Frazier and Adam Morgan. It was like they just were pawns out there. It looked like. Okay, looks like we're ready to begin.
Zabori saying hello to some of her fans in the audience. Always multitasking.
Zabori and Hanish look very relaxed.
Were undefeated last year, lost a match this year, but have been the juggernauts of the tour the last 3 seasons.
And look, you know, Morgan and Sakura are smart players, though. They've, like you said, they've played this match before. They know what doesn't work. And I'm sure they've come up with some new thoughts about what they should be doing.
And with Sakura on the deuce side,
Right.
just a little bit of a different look. Hopefully it's going to make them uncomfortable. A little bit warm out, but cloudy and otherwise a perfect day for paddle.
It's a perfect day for paddle. Nice day to watch paddle, too.
Yeah, we've had some frigid days here at the Boston Open.
Yes.
Remember the first year we did the commentary from outside.
Yeah, most times we're here, I'm happy I'm inside, you know, commentating and not playing. But today, looks nice to be out there.
Okay, so it looks like Charlotte Sakura is going to take us out. And Charlotte's been back and forth with the sidearm serve, with the overhand serve. Serving to Flor Hanish. And there's that great blitz from Hanish. Oh, she misses the volley. But you've seen teams play them different ways. You've seen teams playing everything into Zabori, playing everything into Hanish, just a little bit different.
Yeah.
30 love.
Yeah. Me.
And it looks early on like they're playing a lot of balls into Hanish.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh, misses the lob long.
40 love.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, you know, this is this is really what Morgan and Sakura want. They want to play solid and they want their opponents to make errors. Obviously, you always want that, but that's you know, that's something we don't see a lot of from Hanish and Zabori anymore. They've cut down so much on sloppy play.
You're going to get more errors from Zabori than Hanish, but she's also going to hurt you a lot more.
Sorry.
One of the big advantages Hanish and Zabori have over everybody else is how well they serve. 2 of the best serves on tour. And you see early dumping to Morgan. There's that great backhand from Sakura. She misses that one.
30
But
love.
you can see she's looking for it there in the middle.
Oh. It's a bit of a blurt from Zabori.
30-15.
Yeah, it's early. Well, teams are feeling each other out.
The danger spot here is the Sakura backhand.
There you go.
I go. Good.
Dig from Zabori.
Good. You. I go.
Really important for Morgan Sakura to have a good start.
Yep.
Because Hannah Sabori are just a freight train
They-
when they're rolling.
That is exactly the term I was going to use.
You wanna?
Yeah, and also as the big underdog, it's always more important to have a good start. Give yourself a little belief.
You.
And those are the types of errors you'll find from Sabori.
This point right now. Come on.
30 all.
It's just a matter of riding her waves. Because when it's going good, you just got to find a place to hide. She's just such a dominant player. Forehand is huge. A lot of spin in the overhead. Loves the drop shot.
I got it. Switch.
Last year's Nationals final against Danica Nicolescu, she played a very spotty first set, but then just steady the ship. So there you see hitting that big cut overhead from the,
Far
behind the
back,
service line,
far back,
just
yeah.
deep in the court.
30, 40.
She does that a lot, though. She kind of hits it through the court, but it does make me a little nervous from that far back.
That's great ball from Allison Morgan off the back wire. Anderson misses the lob, and it's 2-love.
Game,
Well, this is the start that that we think they need,
Yep.
and I mean they're doing exactly what we said they needed to do. They're slowing the play down. They're making Honiston Zabori play a ton of balls, and they're letting them make errors. And if they can't cut down on the errors, they're not going to do anything differently.
Watch out.
Oh, there, Sikora wins the battle of the hand. That's Zabori's territory normally.
So Cora's got great hands at the net. I mean, she's not afraid to stand in there with Zabori. There's one.
Okay.
I go. Can you
Just amazing eye-hand coordination.
Foxy. She's in. You.
She got away with that drive over the back wire. Got to be careful with that when they get into the wrong pace of play.
Oh,
This is
gosh,
that one
that
wide,
was a
confirmed by chair umpire.
great idea, though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
15 all.
Yep. You. I got it.
Great lob. Look at that lobbing. Definitely a slow start for Zabori. Seen a lot of errors off her paddle.
30, 15.
Let's get this one over.
I think that's a really smart play to stay back, take away her target.
Lisa Morgan was all the way halfway up, waiting for that ball. She's really, really good at defending against the hard roller.
Might be the best mover on tour.
Yeah. And she just has such good awareness of where the ball is going to be and where she should be.
Another missed lob from Zabori. Just got to be careful they don't get dragged into that fast pace of play.
I go. You.
Cut off from Sikora.
You.
Big forehand from Hanish there.
40, 30.
Still another point for 3-love. wild forehand.
Yeah. Best games.
This is tough, right? I mean, you're the #1 team. You've lost one match. You've dominated this team every time you play them. You come out nice and relaxed, but you know what? You still gotta make all the shots, and sometimes I think feeling more nervous or pressure or whatever makes you dial in sooner, and it just looks like Hanish and Zabori aren't dialed in yet.
Yeah. Credit to Morgan
Yes,
Sikora.
they're playing smart.
solid
They're
ball.
playing well. They're not missing anything. They're making good shots. It's not like they're not making them play, and they're doing a great job. So we'll have to see if Hanish and Zabori can raise their game, because they're gonna have to.
Well, they're definitely going to raise their game, because the first 3 games were about as bad as they could play. And here's where, if you're Morgan Sikora, you got to stay solid. Don't give them anything.
Don't give them anything. Exactly.
They're missing. Give them chances to miss.
I go. Here. I go. I go.
Exactly like this.
Shoot. You help, help.
And that cut
Yeah.
overhead from deep in the court is just such a dangerous shot.
Yeah.
Those two she went after softly. This is that lob.
But Morgan's lobs are all pushing Zabori out of the service box. Good lobs.
Yeah, 2 missed lobs is not how you want to go right now.
30 love.
Bounce.
40 love.
It's just what the doctor ordered for Hanish and Zabori. Quick game.
Switch. Okay. Go ahead. Me. I go. Me. You. Go. Me.
I think it's so important that Morgan Sikora just let them know they're out here for the long haul. That was not the way of doing it that game.
Zabori.
Yeah, just kind of some lob errors out of nowhere, Mark.
Got it. Nope, a little
So
ice.
after a perfect start, they miss a bunch of lobs, start this game with a fault. Hanish Zabori are going to right the ship.
Yeah.
No question about that. You just really want to kick them while they're down. Not give them anything.
You. You. Bouncing. No.
Another missed lob from Zabori.
15 all.
Yeah. Get it. Yep. She's coming.
There's that Harris blitz. She's just the best in the game at it. There's got to be better communication there from Allison Morgan.
15-30.
Those are the types of mental errors. Those are the types of mental errors they simply cannot afford to make. Talk about margins, and that's exactly what we need.
Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Great overhead from Allison Morgan.
You.
Poor Harris moving forward so early there.
No. Come on.
Great transition, though. I think that's a type of point they want to get into playing, but won that one.
30 all.
This big game right here. Zabori blitz again, no call out. It's time from Sikora, and she misses a relatively routine volley.
30-40.
Got it.
Alice Morgan hit about 10 balls into Zabori's alley.
Yeah, you know what? And I like the strategy. You know,
Yeah.
she's keeping the ball in front of her. Zabori's made a bunch of errors. She's
You.
hitting the ball nice and deep and the right pace. And
Watch out.
You know you're not going to get much from Hanish.
You.
yes,
Nobody. Yeah.
Good lead
Yeah.
there for Zabori.
You. You.
The offense of the net's going to be that hard overhead from Sikora. Great hands.
good
on the leg work.
hands. Yeah.
You. You.
I know it's early, but this is a very big point.
You've got to be careful driving that ball up the back wire. Charlotte Sikora is one of the most explosive players in the game. We've been kind of waiting for this type of performance from her. We're going to use the myriad of athletic skills in the paddle court.
Such a smart shot.
You. You. Me.
It's just a great point.
A little bit of everything this point.
That ball's going to be close. That overhead so deep in the court.
You got it now. Good. One. Stay with it. Dig, dig, dig.
A little jump the players give to make the ball go a little lower.
Yeah.
A little higher. Okay, Paddle Pro. For over 20 years, Paddle Pro has been recognized as an industry leader in platform tennis. The knowledge, expert advice, vast inventory, and ultimate customer service will help any player find the perfect equipment to take your game to the next level. Paddle Pro is the only website to carry all platform tennis brands. For more information, go to www.paddlepro.com. Yeah, so it's a perfect start for Sikora Morgan, and now they're back on serve.
I mean, look, that game was a much better quality game all around. I mean, you know, they weren't going to get these errors forever from Zabori and Hanish. It would have been a total freak thing. We haven't seen that all year from them. So, you know, now we'll have to see if they can. You know, look, they're playing them even anyway. So we'll have to see how it goes now. But I like their plan, Morgan and Sikora, and I like the way they're playing, and I think this is still going to be a good match.
I go.
Great overhead by Flor Hanish. She catches Sikora, kind of creep into the middle,
15-all.
finds the nick behind her.
But they have to lob well. They have to. They Morgan and Sikora have to continue to lob well to have any chance here.
A couple of faults from Zabori, helping the cause. Wow. Over the reliable serve.
15-40.
One at a time. You. Come on.
That's a ball she's got to lob.
Yeah,
30,
her
40.
heart wasn't in driving that
Yeah,
one. I
wasn't
felt
committed.
it. Yeah.
30-40. That's the ball to
That's-
drive. The ball from the back wires that she
Yeah.
did so well.
Game, Cora Morgan. They lead the set 4-2.
Zabori kind of shaking out her elbow, her shoulder. That's is hemorrhaging errors right now.
30 love.
Shocking to see from unquestionably the best player in the game.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
Oh, she missed it.
30-15.
The guy if you're willing to dump that ball back down the middle.
Yeah.
There's no angle for that overhead.
It's a good It's a good spot, but it's hard to make it from there.
Great ball from Sikora.
She really surprised Zabori there.
40-15.
Points for 5-2, Mark. Just what we expected.
Yeah. So a lot of that slice forehand from Hannes yesterday.
Yeah, she's like dipping that slice and coming in behind it a lot.
Spin over it for Morgan. Read the blitz. Morgan Sikora doing everything right now. Look at that volley.
Yeah,
Great
and,
hands.
you know,
A great exchange. Play real patient. Great lob from Morgan.
Go back, go back.
Get from Zabori.
Nice thing. You. You. Me. You. You. No, come on.
there it is.
Yeah,
What a point.
5-2.
I mean, Morgan
Exactly.
and Sikora have all the answers.
Yeah, that was just great play.
You know, they volley well enough, they move well enough that they can, that they're not overwhelmed by the shots that Hannes and Zabori have. Some teams can't handle the barrage, and they're taking it to them and giving them, you know, some of their own medicine here. They're just outplaying them, and they're getting a lot of errors.
Yeah, the interesting thing is they haven't been able to handle the barrage
Right,
in the past.
right. But
Whether it's the switch of sides or, I mean, obviously Zabori has been very generous with her donations the first 7 games.
the hard roller's not bothering them. The spin's not bothering them. You know, they volley well enough. I mean, great. They volley great. They're lobbing well. So this is what you have to do to beat Hannes and Zabori.
Now can they
and you have
close
to
out
get
the
some
set?
errors. Yeah.
Big shout out to Sally Cottingham, former APTA board member, former world #1. Just misses that one.
30 love.
But again, the faster the points go,
Yeah.
better it is for Hannes Zabori, worse it is for Sikora Morgan.
That went over. That climbed over.
Wow, that hit like low in the net. How did that get over the
It
net?
climbed.
A climbing volley, is that a
Yeah.
new phrase we're going to use?
Yeah.
so well. A little positive energy. Okay, so you know the expression, here's where the rubber meets the road. This is we're going to find out if we're going to have a match or not. Because this is a set that Morgan Sikora have to win.
Oh, they have to win it, of course. Even though they've been, you know, losing sets 6-0 this tournament and then coming back and winning, I would not advise losing this set.
Against Hannah Sabori, that would not be sustainable. Big forehand there from Hanish.
That's a great forehand. Well spotted there by Zabori.
And you could feel Zabori just amping herself up. Sometimes she does it by getting into altercations. Sometimes she does it self-generated. But she's just trying to find her mojo. And one thing's for certain, she's gonna find it. Great lob there from Hanish. Just spotting that forward, that drive, moving it around.
Yeah, she was missing it for a while, and now she seems to have dialed it in. So let's see if she can keep that up.
Just great spotting. So that was an 8-point side change. They won all
5
8
minutes?
points.
5 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
At most, yeah.
They won all 8 points played, and they'll serve to get to 5-all.
And that's the thing, right? Like, Morgan Sikora didn't have anything to do with that game. It was not on their paddles. It was taken away from them just by the good play of Hanish Sabori. They have to be able to get those drives back and make the points longer, like in the last set of games.
I love how Morgan Sikora changing sides here. Slowly, talking, getting a drink, not letting the Hannah Sabori train get away too quickly. We'll see if Sabori can serve a better game than she did last time. She had 3 faults.
Well, she has to, or the set will be over.
Yeah. Wow.
Come on, make it. Let's go.
Love 15.
Interesting, because that's the kind of thing that can get into your head. She almost missed that one, too.
Good dig from Morgan.
Come on.
That's a ball she's got to put in play.
She usually does. It's just,
Yeah, it's just, you know, here you are,
Yeah.
4-5 in the first set, a set that they need to win. Those are about the margins, right? Sabori can struggle with her serve, fault a bunch of times. Here they are serving to get back even. Morgan Sikora don't have that luxury. Airmailed that one. 2 points from
Yeah.
the set.
that was not the right forehand to go for. She was moving sideways. She wasn't moving in for it.
For Hanish, a positive word for her partner. Wow.
I go. Come on. Great hit.
Well, that's great. Morgan hit a couple of great shots, but that's just not quite the style they want to play. And if they're going to be successful in this match, it's going to be a much slower pace.
She did move the ball nicely, though. For all the good it did her.
Yeah. Oh, boy, Hannah's
Yeah.
gotten a bunch of let
3 let
cords.
cords in like 3 points.
Come on.
Just not committed to that swing. I don't mind the shot selection, but she just wasn't committed to it.
One more, Anna.
Didn't go after it. Look at Zabori again, swinging that shoulder around. I wonder if she's having some physical issues. Point for 5-all. Oh, wow, that was a shocking miss from Flor Hanish. She might be the
Yeah.
best volleyer in the game.
One more.
Deuce.
Wow, Out of nowhere, too. Wasn't even that hard at a ball.
I think that's why. I think she just felt like she needed to add something to it.
Need to switch to that to get Roy's overhead in the middle.
Got it. I go. Hit. You go.
Cover from Sikora. She's got her.
That, yeah.
Come on!
Great volley from Sabori from off the net.
I thought she had her too, Mark.
Yeah. Another point for 5-all.
Sabori.
God, those are the points Sabori loves to win.
The only thing that didn't happen is she didn't hit it between the leg shot.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it was a mistake. How does she bailing off the net? If she wants to bail, that's fine. But don't try and make a volley from the service line. Great lobbing for Morgan. Catches Sabori the full inside, and that takes it to set point.
Morgan's doing a good job of disguising when she's going to lob versus when she's going to hit that little drive at their feet. And she caught Sabori there.
Come on!
Game in first set. Morgan Sikora 6-4. Great comeback there after being in trouble.
This tournament's full of surprises, Mark.
Okay, we'll be right back after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel, sponsored by My Paddle.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your body with the shot and the bar. Now available in a deliciously energizing power pack. See how much farther you can go with Remedy Plus.
What is a cutter?
Ball with a lot of spin.
A cutter is a fun shot.
A cutter is an offensive overhead commonly used close to the net.
A spin shot where you get underneath the ball.
Side of the ball, bottom of the ball, the other side of the ball.
Carving around it in different ways.
You just have to have a loose wrist.
And you basically try to make the ball spin backwards or sideways.
It either spins short or deep and causes confusion for the baseline team.
Welcome back to the Boston Open. We're just finished the first set of this women's final. We have an upset brewing. Charlotte Sikora and Allison Morgan took the first set from the top seeds, Hana Shinzaburi, 6-4. And now Charlotte Sikora is serving to start the second set.
That set was a roller coaster.
I would have put a lot of money on it being 5-all at that point instead of 5-4. You know, but Hana Shinzaburi down 5-2, won 2 games in 2 seconds. It seemed like, and it looked like they were righting the ship. And all credit to Morgan and Sikora, who have a very good game plan and are playing smart, measured paddle. And if they're going to get let cords like that, they're in good shape.
Well, they're entitled to a couple after
Yeah.
we saw Hana Sabori get 3 the first set. But yeah, I mean, they seemed to have righted the ship. They had 2 or 3 opportunities to tie the set at 5. Missed some surprising misses.
Another lat cord.
Yeah, some surprising misses. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they lose the set. And once again, they've just got to keep this freight train from leaving the station. Just keep the pace slow. A lot of long grinding points. Just like this. shout out to all the people that make this tournament go. Drew Sawyer, Genius Chizuke, Mark Guinness and the crew from MI Paddle, Jackie Cameron.
Sikora, that was a little too far.
15-30.
Beginning of the set's so important. You really want to maintain that scoreboard pressure on Anna Sabori. Not let them get out in front. Vanish. It's a dangerous shot for Morgan. They survive it.
I was waiting for you to say that. You don't like that drive.
I just think they got to keep the pace slow.
Yeah.
They're volleying so well. Oh, that's the wrong shot. See, again, when they get into that fast style, I mean, Zabori is the best at that.
Yep.
So, you know, and it's fun. It's really a lot of fun, but losing isn't a lot of fun.
No, and Hana Sabori are the best team in transition, definitely, and that is not, that is, like you said, that's not a winning proposition for Morgan and Sikora. That's not what got them the first set. And,
boy, did you see Charlotte Sikora bend down for that ball? I mean, you can see how stiff her back is. Just kept it completely straight the whole time, bent from the knees. Remarkable performance by her to be playing this well.
She's moving great.
Yeah.
She's moving great. Good for her.
There's that huge backhand.
Love 15. All.
You think she'll stay back here now?
Well, yeah, that's the ball. She's moving backwards.
30-15.
Just gotta be really judicious with your decision making. I mean, that's their weapon, but wrong time. Those are the donations they cannot afford to make. The ball she's got to put back in play. So how many lobs do we have that game? One?
Yeah,
Two?
I mean, right. This is.
That 1 point, but other than that, it was just boom, boom, boom.
I mean, Charlotte Sikora's backhand is not what won the first set. What won the first set is excellent lobbing and Allison Morgan varying her lobs and her drives and sliding a few off the screen past them. I mean, they're not going to win this match by out hitting them. They're going to win it by outplaying them.
See, again,
Yeah.
that's the ball we
Yeah,
talked
that's-
about,
yep,
right?
yep.
That's the ball you got to put in play, lob, treat to the baseline, get into another long play, because once you get into that exchange, they're going to come out second a lot more often. You can almost feel the water going down the drain with the set. We only played 2+ games, but it's a dangerous place for Morgan Sikora. Is that one wide?
15-30.
Again, I could tell she was going to miss that ball before she hit it. She was just lunging at that forehand.
This would be a huge hold for Morgan Sikora.
Yeah. Zabori needs another step there.
Maybe a Remedy Plus shot. Wow, with both players in full retreat, she airmails it and hits the snowboard. She can't believe it. Look at her hands on her legs. I wonder if she's okay physically. Seen her trying to shake the shoulder out. That was a shocking miss. Great play from Hanish.
Deuce.
Nice volley.
Advantage, Morgan.
Oh, I love that play. She misses it, but I like that play, the transition where she stays back and drives the ball.
Deuce.
Yeah, she didn't miss it by much.
Yep, and that's what she does best.
Yep,
That's the
yep.
strength of her game, driving the ball off the wires. And there she was back already. It wasn't a transition ball like this one, which she smartly puts in the air. That's wide.
Okay, point for 3-Love.
Seems unfair, doesn't it? Missed all those forehands, gets another lead cord winner.
A lot of let courts.
So win or lose this set for Morgan Sikora, they've got to get back to their pace.
Yeah. And you know what? Especially if Zabori does have something wrong with her shoulder, make her hit 10,000 overheads.
Yeah. She's yet to hold serve, 0 for 3. But it brings to mind the old Charles Barkley line, which I love so much, that good players have confidence when they're playing well and great players have confidence when they're playing poorly. And Zabori is unquestionably a great player, and you know her confidence never wavers. Great volley from Hanish in full retreat. Exactly the one she missed earlier to admonish herself. Yeah, there she fails completely.
That's number 2.
She does it so easily. That's a ball. She's got a lob moving backwards. Zabori closing fast. Those are the shots that get her going. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
That's what really juices her up.
it juices her up. No, missed it.
Firm by chair umpire Eddie. Showing no faults in the first set.
It's a funny miss.
Yeah.
30-15.
A bunch of them this set from Morgan Sikora.
She's been hitting that shot awfully well, that little flick off the screen.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of pace though off the
Yeah,
back wire.
yeah.
I just think they're getting away from what they did so well early. Yeah, they kind of lost their way. I thought you made the perfect comment earlier, which is they're not going to win this match with Sikora back in.
Yeah,
They're going to
not.
win this match by outlasting him and waiting for a bunch of errors. And they've just completely abandoned that strategy early in the set. And it's not so early in the set anymore.
No. It's getting late early, as
Yeah,
we like to say,
yeah.
as Yogi, and as you
One of my
quoted.
yogi-isms.
Yeah. And if you're Morgan Sakura, even if you're not going to win this set, you want to get back to what you were doing. So you start off the third set in a positive note. You don't want to just let them steamroll through you here.
Well, that has been an effective strategy
Yeah,
for them this weekend.
Losing a set 6-0 has been a great strategy for them, but I just don't think that's what they want to do.
When was the last time we had a team win a tournament who lost multiple sets 6-love?
3 6-0 sets.
That's just
I
shocking.
don't know.
So this is exactly the pace of play we want to see them playing.
Great shot. Kind of lulled Zabori to sleep there.
30-15.
But that's how you have to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to out-hit them.
Nope.
Great spot.
30-40.
No.
It's like such a huge let-up after playing that good first set.
I mean, you know, that happens sometimes. You win a tight set like that, and you have a let-up, and it gets away from you quickly. They're going to have to find it again quickly.
But that's the hard part,
Yeah.
right? Once you let
Yeah.
go of it, it's
Yeah.
hard to go find it again. Almost, I don't think it's true, but almost like they were just relieved to have won the set.
Yeah. Well, they were relieved to win the
Yep.
set, but then they couldn't.
But you can't be relieved.
Yeah.
You got to be, okay, we won one, now we got to win the next one. We got to keep the pressure on. We got to maintain our momentum. And they've just given it away. They're just hemorrhaging errors right now.
And from Hanish and Zabori's perspective, you know, they didn't have to grind this set out. So they're like, all right, we lost the first set. Now we're back even. One set to go.
Hanish Sabori win a lot of sets.
Yeah.
This is a set that, to me, Morgan Sakura really have lost more than Hanish Sabori have won. I mean, again, it's just error, error, error.
30 love.
And that takes us to triple set point.
40 love.
Another set point.
Still one to go.
40-30.
But even these points with Morgan Sakura winning, they're not winning with the style of play that has been so effective for them.
Well, they're just winning with errors.
Right. Hard overhead and game in second set, Hanish Sabori. Fusion, a proud partner to the APTA. Fusion curates what's next in branded gear and apparel for your company, your team, or your event. With a team of dedicated industry experts, Fusion curates high-end product selections for customization with your club logo, team name, or corporate identity. We create a stress-free shopping experience with custom online stores and quick custom ordering to get the gear you need now without any hassle. Visit gearbyfusion.com and let Fusion provide you with the gear to fuel your brand.
And we will be back with the third set of the women's final in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by MyPaddle.
High performance never tasted this good. Chocolate, berries, cinnamon, agave. Fuel your body with the shot and the bar. Now available in a deliciously energizing power pack. See how much farther you can go with Remedy Plus.
Okay, well, welcome back to the APTA Tour. We are here with the third set of this women's final round match. Sakura and Morgan won the first set, and Hanish and Zabori won the second set. And here we are with Charlotte Sakura serving to start the third set.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Morgan Sakura can kind of find their way again and get back to the style of play that was effective in the first set.
Yeah, they went a little bit on a walkabout there and just made some mistakes that they just didn't make in the first set. They got to tighten things up here, Mark.
You really want to see him play some long, slow points to start the set. Channel their inner Drew Broderick.
Yeah.
Great ball there from Zabori. And I really think these first couple games are absolutely critical. They just cannot get down.
That is not the shot you want to see, Mark. I know it.
Yep.
I know it.
Zabori spots that forehand so well.
She really does. I mean, she's missed a bunch, but she really hits them with excellent accuracy. She found the right hip there, and it was too far for Sakura to reach.
On the first point, she hit the other alley.
Yeah. And she's nice get.
Well, it feels like the train has left the station, doesn't it? It's like now or never for Morgan Sakura. And interestingly enough, Flora Hanish is starting this set off.
Well, Zabori has not served great this match, that's for sure.
That would be overly generous, Lauren.
Well, last game she served was fine, but...
give me both sides.
I mean, she lost serve the first 3 times she served.
She's made that shot a bunch of times. It's really a good shot, and she's had good success with it, but that one she missed.
Great advice from Patty Hogan, lob high and chill.
Yeah, well, that's, I think, what we've basically what we've been saying.
100%.
That's not
Oh, what a get from Sakura. That was a chicken wing volley at the baseline.
Yeah, it was.
Against the back wires.
That was out.
Just misses that one wide. Great recovery there.
But again, not a sustainable strategy.
No.
And there it was again, but this time it goes out. That's a tough ball to block back, Mark.
Yes, it is. Amazing she made the first one.
That's it.
Yep.
That's what they did so well at the beginning.
Got to give them a chance to make some mistakes. Well, she never thought she had a chance. She was walking away.
Zabori was walking away.
And then decided to hit the volley to win the point.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Great get from Morgan. We talked earlier about maybe the best mover on tour.
She is so quick and anticipates so well.
I go. Come back.
That's the shot that's dangerous. When she starts moving like that, you got problems. Great call from Hanish.
Oh no! I really wanted it there.
Big moment in the match right here.
Yes. Yes. You stay there. Kick it. Oh. Come back.
Again, great wheels from Morgan.
I'm here. Yep. In. Oh, that's so stupid. No. You did everything.
Just missed the volley. Back to deuce. Oh, this would be a huge game for Morgan Sikora to pull out.
Let's do this. No. Yeah, no. Yes. Yes.
Yes, no, yes, yes, no. A lot of information being conveyed.
Lot. Where are the serves going, and where's Zabory's going?
Come back. Me, you. You. Get it. No.
That's just an ill-advised shot. Too low to drive that ball. They've got a chance to get the 1-all. This would be huge for Morgan Sikora here.
Add out.
Again, there they got a hold of the net. Some good overheads. Give her a chance to make some mistakes.
Yes. Yes. This point, right now. Come back.
I don't know why she's staying back against the Morgan return.
I've been wondering that too. I don't know.
I go. Hit. Come back.
Another great lob from Morgan. She's had 4 or 5 lobs, 6 inches from the baseline. Great job by Morgan staying out of trouble there. Oh, they missed the lob.
So good. Well done. Good move.
Yeah, Hana Zabory a little lucky to get out of that point.
Yes. Yes.
Well, look at Sikora moving over completely here. Put herself in position to hit a forehand after hitting backhands the whole match.
I go. You, go ahead. You. You, go ahead.
You're holding your breath every time she hits that shot. Oh, that would barely clear the net.
Well played.
But again,
Yeah.
not the style.
Advantage. Punish.
Yes. Yes.
So it looked like serve the body and she's going to fake going based on looking at her. Yeah.
Come back. Sorry.
Morgan just hasn't been doing any real
No.
damage with the return of serve, so I'm not sure why
I
Hannah's
mean,
still
she
staying back.
slid a few good returns off the screen, but nothing that they can't,
Handle, yeah.
handle. It's not like she's blasting returns at them.
That's a great serve.
Great serve right on the line, back of the line, I think.
I wonder why all of a sudden Sikora decided to hit some forehands.
Advantage. Punish.
Had so much success with the backhand.
Just so you know.
She's asking if I'd called that out, would you have supported it? Didn't quite hear umpire Eddie's comment. Oh, that's trouble.
Yeah.
A great pickup off the board.
I go. Hit.
Good communication.
Yeah, they're good at telling each other.
Yeah, you don't want that one going in Morgan. You gotta know your opponents. Morgan moves so well that hard overhead is not nearly as effective against her. And she plays shorter in the court,
Yep.
which makes it even more difficult.
And her first step is so quick to go up the side screen. She's there before that shot even gets there.
Hit.
Another Morgan lob on and around the baseline. She's Quite the demonstration today.
You. 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 Me. Me. Me.
Always got to be careful not to pull herself out of the corner too frequently. Oh, I'm not really sure who hit that one.
No.
I saw several swings. No,
lob,
no.
lob. I wanted to scream, lob that.
Yes. You could see her winding
Yeah,
up from that
yeah.
deep in the court. I'm thinking just give your partner a chance to hit a lob that's going to land on the baseline again. Another point for Two Love. A great exchange. Hannes wins that one from the backcourt. And it's Two Love. And all of a sudden we have, would you say this is a must hold for Morgan Sikora?
I mean, they're all must game. You know, they gotta get themselves. They've lost 8 games in a row. They've gotta get themselves back in here. I mean, they played better points that game. They could have won that game. They got back into that game, and it was unfortunate for them that they didn't win it. But let's see if they can carry that play into this game and play another game with lots of long points. And that's not. Ooh, did she get that?
Almost.
Almost.
This is some courageous effort from Charlotte Sikora again. You see her bending down to pick
Yeah.
up the ball, and she's just in pain. Wow, huge forehand from Zabori.
Love 30.
Going I formation here against Hanish. Not sure why they haven't done this more against Zabori. Oh, that was close. Catches the nick. And it's going way too fast right now for Morgan Sikora. Called out and I guess confirmed by chair umpire Eddie. I thought the ball was good too.
15-40.
Just look where she's standing. She's 5 feet behind the baseline.
Even if she makes that ball,
Right.
what good is it?
Yeah. And now it's 9 games on the trot. And if the last one wasn't a must hold, this one certainly is.
9 games and 11 out of the
Must
last
break.
12, right?
Yeah.
Frustrating for Morgan and Sikora because they've done a lot of good things this match, and they've made Hanish and Zabori have to really focus in and play a lot better than they started out, but they're just coming away with nothing right now.
there. Back to the backhand, the Sikora side. Sikora struggled on that deuce side with the wires, hasn't she? She gets caught too deep in the court.
Just doesn't look particularly sure of herself there.
No, well, they got to attribute some of that to the back problems.
Yeah.
Ooh.
30-15.
Oh, she hit that shot so well for a set and a half, you know?
All the things they're doing well early,
Yeah.
they're just gone.
Well, it's demoralizing, you know? They're getting beat down right now.
Are they getting beat down or are they beating themselves down?
Well, it's both, right? Either way, they've lost 9 games, 10 games in a row, and whether either way it's happening, they're just frustrated.
But like that last point, Sikora chips the forehand and blitzes behind it.
Yeah, that was just kind of a desperation play.
Just a strange match.
Of course, it's a very strange match. I mean, look at the score.
I think maybe Hannah Sabori took him lightly, partially attributable to the slow start.
I think they were so relaxed at the beginning, Hannah Sabori. They were too relaxed.
We're going to have an interview with our winners. We're looking more and more like Hannah Sabori after this match. Brad Easterbrook will be finishing up his lunch and getting out there. This is that one.
15 all.
Paul Mandel sighting out there.
Yeah, he came. You know what? He's so used to watching it on the live stream that he's very excited to see it in person.
How come he's not like listening to you though? Why doesn't he have like an earplug or something?
Yeah, I don't know. He listens to me plenty.
Yeah, that's great. Great move there. Really opened the court up with a down the line lob. See that one.
Well,
40-15.
better point.
Couple opportunities to get on the board. Boy, that ball makes like this thumping sound off Sabori's forehand, doesn't it? The question who's hit it. Wow, it's such a clever shot from Hanish. That's a good call, Hanish.
Oh, she almost made it.
He's just driving Sabori further and further over.
40-30.
And they're on the board.
All right, good for Morgan and Sikora for hanging in there.
Team Sikora Morgan. Thomas Grigori is the third set, 4 games to 1. And players, it's time for a new ball.
Yes, I serve.
Okay, so Florhan's to serve, 4-1. Final set.
Take you on, Charlotte.
Taking one with the new ball.
Hi, let's go right here. Yes. Yes.
This is the game they need.
Yeah,
This should really
Yeah.
start putting the scoreboard pressure back on Hannah Sabori.
absolutely. They win this game and they're right back in it.
This is a great point they're playing. Great lobbing from Hanish.
I like that drive.
Yeah, that time she was in good
Zabora's
position.
off the net.
Yep.
I like the drive. She just missed
15
it.
love.
See if Hanish comes in to Morgan. She's been staying back a lot to her. Nope.
That's a great serve.
Didn't matter if she came in or
Yeah.
not there.
She came in to get the ball.
30 love.
Yes. Yes. You hit. You block. It's good. Bounce.
Just so easy to get
40 love.
drawn into that fast exchange. And it's not that Morgan Sikora are bad at it. They're just not as good as Sabori are.
You. Bounce, bounce. Come on. Good game. Good game. Go.
Yeah. That was the game they had to have.
And
Game behind Grigori. They win the third set, 5 games to 1.
So Allison Morgan to serve to stay in the match.
got it behind her.
Yep. Great volley there.
15 love.
Watch, watch.
Hanish has hit that cross-court forehand quite well today.
Out.
Yes, she has.
15 off.
Great blitz. Catches the nick to add insult to injury. 2 points from the match.
15-30.
And that takes us to match point, that deep, dark place. Double match point against it. 5-1 in the third.
Go. Go. Go ahead.
There it is. Game, set, match. Hannah Sabori, 4-6, 6-love, 6-1. You know, Lauren, not altogether different from the men's semi we witnessed, where Hughes and Powers had numerous ways to win, and McNerney Nolan only really had one. And it just kind of, ran out of gas a little bit, or just really hard to maintain that level for long periods.
And I don't know, even though they won the first set, Socorro Morgan, I'm not sure they really believe they could win that match. But look, they'll take good things away from it, and next time maybe they can hold on to the winning feeling a little longer. But I think we're going to go talk to. I think Brad Easterbrook is going to go talk to our winners now.
Yeah, they just got away from their strategy so fast. I mean, listen, Hannah Sabori are tremendous, one of the great teams ever to play the game, but they didn't pull themselves back into the match. Morgan Socorro allowed them to get back in the match by changing the strategy, by getting away from what had been so successful for them.
I don't know if when Sabori and Hannah cut down on their errors, if they panicked a little and they started going for too much, but they definitely did get away from their winning game plan. But, they'll watch that match and they'll learn a lot from it.
You wonder if they're going to stay with this new formation with Socorro on the deuce side. I mean, they had a tremendous tournament, 2 big wins, two higher ranked teams.
Yeah.
So that was really impressive. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we're going to see everybody next, I guess, at Short Hills. I don't know that everybody's going to Philly this year. I think I heard that Hannah Sabori are not going to Philly, so Short Hills will be the last time we see everybody pre-nationals in Chicago, second weekend in March. So that'll be interesting. But as we sit here today, can anybody beat Hannah Sabori?
Well, if they haven't shown it. So, yes, I mean, I think that there are a number of good teams, and they did lose once early this year. And as we get closer to nationals, we'll see who's playing the best. But right now, they're certainly the team to beat by a lot.
I mean, the team you really feel can challenge them is Anika Nicolescu.
Yeah.
They took them 3 sets in the finals last year, had match points here in the finals of the Boston Open. Gabby Nicolescu is just such an amazing athlete. Roxy Anika with her skills, she volleys so well. You really think that would be the team, and they were just cruising yesterday in the quarters. You did that match, right?
I did, and I was, getting ready to put my jacket on at 6-2, 5-2, 40-15. And all credit to Medeiros and Kiro. They made them work, and they got themselves back in that match, and they turned it around. But what a tough loss for Anika Nicolescu.
Yeah, I mean, that's the team you'd expect, and then they lose, and then, Kiro Medeiros, who are also, an explosively athletic team, looking for them to be the next team, and then they win the first set 6-love, and then they lose to Morgan Socorro. It's just like nobody has kind of stepped up and taken the reins and said, okay, we're going to be the team that's going to challenge these guys. Okay, we're trying to get Brad Easterbrook in position here, which is always a challenge. Everybody out there with the trophies and work presentation: Ann Sheedy, Tiernan Cavana, Amin Kaderi, Jackie Cameron.
And Jake just says go quickly. I don't know what the...
Now they're changing sides of the net. I'm not sure what we're doing right now. Taking pictures?
Taking pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, so Short Hills should be fun. I think you're going to see everybody's going to play Short Hills, so that's 2 weeks. I'm interested to see if McNerney Nolan play another tournament together.
Yeah, they were fun to watch.
That's a fun team.
Yeah.
So, as we get to the road to nationals, we're getting closer and closer. And I think, as I said, I think Short Hills may be the last major event. We'll see how many people go down to Philly, which is, I guess, a couple weeks before nationals.
And right after this, after the interview and the trophies, we're going to have the men's final.
Okay, so looks like Brad Easterbrook is in position, and we're going to throw it out to Brad.
All right, whenever we're ready to go. All right, and congratulations. I'm here with the winners of the 2023 Grand Prix of the Boston Open. We have our #1 seeds of Florentina Hannes and Anna Maria Zabori. Congratulations, ladies, on another hard-fought victory.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We
had a slow start, but happy to win. And it seems like every year is in 3 sets. So, keeping the tradition going as long as it's going our way, we don't mind.
Well, that brings us to a good point, because throughout, at certain moments you guys have cruised through, but there are other moments where you get tested, and you guys seem to stay the same throughout all these moments when you get tested. Is there a reason for that?
I think we have a game plan, and then sometimes it takes a little longer for that to work. And sometimes it's just you're not playing your best. There are a few shots that are not working, and if that's your best shot that is not working at the beginning, it's just not giving up and being persistent and trying to continue and stay positive and believing that as a team we can pull it off. It's never over, so we don't panic. I think that's a big thing. It doesn't matter if we're up or down in a match. I think we have the same mentality and same attitude, and the ball. Well, we're in it until we shake hands. So I think the mentality approaching every point the same way is paying off.
Well, that's great. That's a great answer. And it's also due to the practice and how you stay together as a team, it seems like, for all the viewers out there. Now, Flor, in yesterday's matches, I actually saw you break out sort of a chip forehand that you use consistently throughout a match. Is that a new thing you're working on, or is it just happened that way?
No, it just happened. There are shots, depending the overhead, that I'd rather hit my top spin forehand, and then depending what kind of overhead I'm getting. And when they're resetting too much, it just finds it a little bit easier for me to do chipping. But then when we're playing, and then Anna lost her forehand a little bit at the beginning, she wasn't finding, and then she started chipping. I was like, no, 1 is enough. We don't need 2 chipping forehands. So I was like, go for it, go for your shots. Like she said, we have a game plan, like don't start changing it. And then we're able to calibrate that and find the game. So
and
that
not
was good.
panic if your A game is not working. Yesterday she found that chip forehand that pulled it out for us, and sometimes it's not your best shot that day, but the shot that you can actually continuously perform well with. So having a ABC plan, like Flor yesterday had, so kudos to her. She had a lot of points where she had to lob and chip and lob and chip, and she never panicked. So that's her one of her strengths.
Thank you.
All right, so the final question I think that everybody wants to know is there ever a wrong time to hit a behind the back or a through the legs, or is there ever a wrong time?
You know what? No, because it's never planned. It's not like this is the right shot point in the match or right time in the match to do it. I think it's obvious. I'm not doing it to force it. It's just sometimes I'm handcuffed, and that's the only shot. I'm going the wrong way. Sometimes I'm out of position, but I think the answer is it's not, because I believe in that shot. I think my the percentage of those that I make is pretty high, so Flor can't say anything about it, so she's all for it.
There is a wrong shot that I will take. The first tournament we play, or second tournament we play in Long Island, they hit a glove over her, and I go get it off the screens, and after the point she's like, I could have done a twinner on that shot instead. I was like, oh, okay, don't take any loves over Anna's head. Yeah.
Well, congratulations again. When will we see you next?
Short Hills.
Yeah,
Short Hills it is.
I just want to give a shout out. I got surprised by my members. They drove 3 hours from New Canaan this morning, and I didn't expect them, and they just showed up. And that was a great motivation. Maybe that's why I was a little shy in the first set and I didn't play my best. But I think we have the best members, so go see CNC.
And shout out to all the New Jersey paddle players that were supporting us.
All right, terrific.
From back home?
From back home.
Okay, in fairness, New Jersey is farther back. I love a life.
Well, congratulations again to our winners of the 2023 Boston Open Grand Prix, Florentina Hanes and Anna Maria Zabori. Congratulations, ladies. We're going to be back right now in just a couple of minutes with the men's finals, but first, Gina just was there with some sponsor thank yous and awards. Come on out. Thank you.
All right, what a great tournament. Would obviously like to start to thank our sponsors, our title sponsors, Discipline Alpha. Without their generous sponsorship, we wouldn't have this fantastic tournament. We'd also like to thank our golf sponsors, Worcester Air, Western Golf Club, Labor, for their generous sponsorship, also to help make this tournament great. And then we'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Xenon Paddle, Owl's Nest, I'm thinking Narragansett, and obviously the APTA tour sponsor, Remedy Plus, as well as Bully Boy Distillers. Without their generous support, this tournament wouldn't have been as great as it was. So thank you to all our sponsors. Before I head out here, I would like to congratulate our winners, Anna and Flo, for a wonderful run again at the Boston Open. We hope you keep winning and keep coming back to the tournament, and we've got a good prize for you here.
Always,
we love this tournament.
Always do a great
Awesome.
job. It's one of, if not the best tournament of the year, so we'll be back.
Thank you. We love having you here.
Thank you.
Martin tried to steal.
Oh no, Martin.
Healthy athletic life above all.
There you go.
Thank you.
Discipline Alpha. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be right back with the men's final in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, right here on the